What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping back into some more Deathtrap. Rather than immediately go through some more of the Sorceress, I wanted to see what the Marksman is all about. So, the Thrower of Hands, Zaps, Big Sassy. There we go. Snaz Guns McGee. So we're gonna go back into single player. Let's hear about his story.
In the murky otherworld that we call the Ink, there are some forbidden islands in the void, like the strongholds that the ancients built to stop the monsters. Some say that the first swarm burst out of the Ink Heart ages ago, and the beasts kept coming back until the traps took care of them. But the last cycle was 1,000 years ago, and the strongholds fell into ruins. I'm a hunter, and I've been chasing down the beasts of the Ink for a while. Recently, I got bored, and I needed a new challenge. When I heard that the ancient forts hide some legendary monsters, I decided to try my luck among the ruins. But the portal that brought me here vanished, and I heard the terrible sound of the chaos portals opening. The new cycle is here. The hunting season has just begun.
I just want to point out how serious this hunter is. If you didn't take a full look at his opening title, he literally had a unicorn's head mounted on his wall. But let's take a quick look at the character sheet. Absolutely nothing I can use except for a belt that will give me some extra damage. So we're gonna steal that real quick from my previous items. Can't equip any runes to decrease my upgrade costs. Can't really upgrade any traps until we get some research points. As far as the skills go, everything looks as grim as usual. We have Domain of Entropy. This basically makes damage over time effects deal more damage. So more damagier over time. Deadlier over time. There we go. Serpent's Gift. Poison type damage over time effects deal further increased damage while the Domain of Entropy spell is active. 10% more damage on top of the 150% more damage by default. Increase the duration of the Domain of Entropy spell. That's probably the important one. Alright, and then what do we have? Mark of the Keeper. I guess he's literally 0 points in using this over just dumping points into the actual skill. So this is probably a secondary thing. If you max out Domain of Entropy and you still want more damage, then you boost up the Serpent's Gift. This is Mark of the Craftsman. Decrease trap build cost of all traps by 0.8% per level. Poison Mastery. Build and upgrade cost poison type traps. That's pretty good. That is stronger and stacks with Mark of the Craftsman. Craftsman only deals with the build cost, the initial cost of the traps. This will decrease the upgrade cost too. So if you're going to specialize in poison traps, this is the way to go. It's also extremely synergistic with his world skill, or at least the one that he starts with. The boost sigil. Trap kills generate more essence, last 20 seconds. And it's an area around where you're standing when you activate this. And this increases the duration of the sigil. This adds damage to it. So it's kind of a hybrid of the mercenary and the sorceress's skills. Less essence generated, but can affect more than one trap. And you can add damage to multiple traps. So it's a very good compromise. Overall, probably more effective if used well. Passive skill, Entropy Expertise, increase the damage over time effects of all traps. Okay, so this is a little iffy. A lot of traps, at least in the beginning, don't deal a ton of damage over time effects. This makes them better, but unless you're going to focus specifically on those, it's not that great. So Poison Streak launches a projectile that creates a half-meter wide, 15-meter long gas streak that deals poison damage to enemies caught in the path. They're also poisoned and take additional damage for 5 seconds. That's pretty good. Won't deal the damage up front, but it allows you to basically attack and then move out of the way pretty quickly. Poison Streak afflicts enemies with vulnerability. Vulnerability makes them take more damage from other sources. And then Shock Toxin. Take additional damage from critical hits and have a chance of being knocked down. 10% bonus damage from crits, but I don't have anything that increases crit chance right now. Has a 3% chance of knocking enemies down. Okay. Then the primary attack is just a rapid fire shoot skill. You can add splintering bolts, which deal extra damage to enemies around the targets. And then poison bolts. Poison damage equal to 2% of the original damage per second. The question is really going to be whether or not that stacks. But I guess that's what we'll have to find out. Let's go ahead and jump into the first level on hard. So yeah, tower defense skirmishes. Weapons are ready. Focus. Okay, the marksman needs focus to activate combat skills. This resource does not regenerate on its own. To regain focus, the marksman must cloak himself, which automatically happens when he spends 2 seconds without attacking and away from enemies. So this is important. When you're away from enemies, you make yourself invisible after 2 seconds. Cloaking. While cloaked, enemies ignore the marksman. He also receives 30% to his movement speed, 4% health regen, and regains focus at a rate of 10 per second by default. It's a good amount of focus, because that's a relatively high regeneration rate. It's gonna be good to try to distance yourself from enemies that are gonna aggro you directly, and just try to pop shots at enemies from long distances rather than trying to get close and dealing a lot of damage. It also means you're going to want to be very careful about, let me not put that there. Do you? That's good. All right, battle skills, health potions, wave start. Let's get that done. All right, we can increase the speed here. We've done this a couple of times. All right, and there's the trap sigil. You can see the traps. It's boosted by the little blue crystal-y things around it. Doesn't last super long, but it's not too bad. That is a pretty long range. It's almost a full screen. And then... all right, that was super fast. Well, with playing at double speed, so that makes sense, right? Let's go ahead and hit him with that. One of these. One of those two, and that's all we have for now. All right, they're coming from the center first. Trying to get them from going after our gate directly. All right. Gotta remember that, especially when you're playing with the speed increased, sometimes it's a bit tricky to get out of combat. So you want to pay attention to.
Traps are eager to taste blood.
I don't know if the traps are. You might be.
The chaos portals are bursting with creatures.
Sometimes you got to remember just to stop firing and allow your resources to regenerate.
Here it comes.
And that
This maze is too small for us.
it means that sometimes you'll want to make sure that you're not overextending yourself with marksman the way that you might with somebody like the mercenary. And it's very easy to do that.
Sweet smell of victory.
Alright, he's got taken out pretty easy. That's nice. Alright, let's go ahead and leave the map. We got trap points. We will want to make sure that we get some ignition and bonus damage done on the lava grill though. Decrease its cost a bit, and then the vulnerability actually isn't a bad idea here. Toxic cloud, vulnerability increase. Okay, so that's all of our research in the beginning. Oh, actually, before I do that, I do have the store open now. Bonus damage on slowed enemies, 18 to all resist. All resist is essentially damage reduction. It's never a bad thing. This is trash. 26 to damage of ice skills. I have no ice skills, so that doesn't matter at the moment. If we had something that would allow me to get ice skills though, that would be great. Poison damage instead of the ice damage. That synergizes with what we have, so we're definitely going to take that. Nothing really amazing here. Damage on stun enemies and gold fine. Not really great either. But I can afford the hat. I can't afford the armor there. Bonus damage to poison enemies. I don't have any way to stun things. I'm gonna go with that. Sell this. And that'll be everything so far. Hop into the Pale Keep, and we're gonna do that on hard. Okay.
New challenge. I'm excited.
Neutral creatures. Yep. So, as usual, we got the giant orky guy down here. And we have a shrine here. To give us some bonus damage. And then we have some wargs up in the corner here. If we kill the giant, we get a key. Killing the wargs, one of them drops a key. It's all good stuff. To activate or unlock new traps, one of the things we're going to want to focus on is getting fire damage dealt here. This ignition is important for unlocking the Phoenix Pillar. Lightning Pillar doesn't really unlock anything. Definitely want to make sure we get all of those up.
Here we go.
And the gun sentry with a slow going, AoE, and damage. Okay. So the wargs I can kill and still be relatively close to the enemies. It's a good idea to probably take them out first and then move down to the giant, because that's the way that the enemies will be pathing, and I won't be too far away from where they're trying to go. This guy's range too, so we're gonna start hit most of the wargs with poison attack, which is nice. Hit them one more time. All right, shoot them. The invis that we have set up here should help out a bit. Gonna boost the damage over time effects. All right. Looks like we're doing pretty good with the traps. They have not really let anything else through. We're gonna lead this guy over to them, so hopefully he actually he might just go down. Yep. All right, we're gonna head over here and then. Oop. There we go. That's pretty much game. not going to be much else to worry about here. If possible, want to set up a good sigil, boost the damage of those grills. Probably should have moved it a bit further back so that it could affect this guy. Alright, this guy needs to go down. Good thing about the World of Entropy is that because we get poison on our regular attacks, it boosts the damage of those too. So if you decide to go full bore into your poison streak and your shoot, then World of Entropy is a good skill just to use with pretty much everything. Combo it with traps, combo it with your primary attacks and your secondary resource spender. All around pretty nice. At least early. Once you get some more gear, you'll probably want to think about respecking into something a bit different. Now whatever floats your boat, really.
Taste blood.
Get that toxic cloud going. Ooh. Alright, let's not overspend here then. Can we get this up? Yeah. And we got enough for the slow. It's really what we want. Spend a little bit more essence as we get it from here. So let's go ahead and start. And we do have to clear a certain amount of kills with our hero to unlock one of the traps. I forget the number, but I probably won't clear it during this particular mission. I'll have to do it on one of the other ones. It helps a lot after you get some points into your skills though. Before you hit about level 5, not quite that easy. Mainly because almost nobody starts with like the ability to deal like really solid AoE damage. Alright, let's see if we can farm a bit more essence off of these guys. Not too bad. That should make this work even better. That doesn't have quite the range that I would like it to. But that's just because I need to put a few more research points on boosting its range. Alright, big guy. Alright, this guy should be toast in a second. Literally. He ran over that lava girl, he would have been. Whoa, no. Don't accidentally restart. We're doing good here. We're doing good. Alright, so I want to spend a bit of my resources here, but I want to make sure that once one of the lanes clears up, I just sell everything that's in it so that I can try to unlock the essence trap here. Not sure if I'll actually need to network any essence later on, but it might be a useful tactic at some point. All right. The vulnerability really works really well with this trap here. And the fact that it gets boosted just makes that all that much easier. That poison is super effective. Let's go ahead and speed this up for a bit. Alright, activate that, boost these guys up. We're just going to go to town on him while we have the opportunity. See if we can score a kill via the boosted traps for the extra essence. Right. Everybody down there is toast. Okay, this gate's clean, so this is the one that will sell everything on. Not gonna come this way. Those are good distractions for the cog binders. Whoa. Those are definitely going to try to freeze me. Oh, are they blocking my arrows? Looks like it. And he's going to try to ground slam me. Yep, not today, buddy. Whoa. Oh, he did score a hit. Guess it's not unheard of. Alright, got the boost in that I wanted. Gonna summon his cog binders. Don't let that happen if you can help it. You're not doing me any favors anymore, neither are you. And there we go. Yep, there's the essence. Essence, Monster Cage, Icicle Field, and Phoenix Pillar. Nice. And lots of goodies. Mostly craftables and an amulet. Okay, got most of the traps going. This is the one we need to burn more things for the blast furnace, kill a bunch of enemies myself with the razor launcher, or for the razor launcher. Frost pillars just deal a bunch of ice damage, so we're gonna have to spam the icicle field since we don't have ice skills ourselves, or we're gonna have to get a ring that does ice damage. Kill 350 undead enemies, that should be easy. Score 80 critical hits. We attack really fast, so that's easier than it looks. Kills. Now we can go all in on shoot again. Poison bolt doesn't seem to be doing that much difference. This increases the damage that you deal in an area, but the area itself doesn't increase. Pretty much like the mercenary, but because the skill doesn't deal a ton of damage, we can deal it pretty quickly. Probably not that bad. Most of our damage seems to come from Poison Streak though, so that's probably where we want to invest. Alright. Next up is Forest of the Fallen. This has a quest on it, the Lumbering Beast. We usually die on this one with ranged characters, so let's see how it goes. Next wave contains flying enemies. Flying enemies aren't that big a deal here. They don't get affected by ground traps, but in the early game, he actually built a lot of towers. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so ice traps, because
These traps are eager to taste blood.
that's a bit expensive. We can build one more. For what we'll have coming through here, we probably would like to have the Phoenix Pillar, but I don't think I have what it takes to actually build that yet. We build the lightning trap, won't be as effective. So let me leave this as is right now. We have those, we got the slow going, shouldn't be too bad. Probably would be easier to try to start down here, killing these guys. Then like right here, we can get a clear shot. Okay. Sweet. All right, now we're gonna teleport up top. All right, get him poisoned. Check to see. All right, that's not working too well. We're gonna teleport down and avoid his icicles. We're gonna have to face tank these bats for a second. All right, as far as these guys go, they're not affected by the icicle trap, which is the main issue there. All right, killed our warg, so that one we're not worried about too much. Looks like we can do half decent damage to this guy. Gonna cast his icicles. We run through these corners here, we're okay. Chill a bit so that we don't get attacked. And they've made it through again, jeez. Go this way. Maybe I should just put one of these up here. Let this really do the work. Alright, we're gonna disappear again. Guys, back to full health. Yeah, as soon as we get anywhere away from him, it's not like an HP regen thing, I don't think. I think he just gets all of his health back. Which is fine. That just means that we're gonna have to make sure that we have things relatively well built up here. Yeah, that's okay. These guys are gonna come around here.
Beauties could destroy an army.
Another one of those would be good. We have the S's trap here. It's kind of expensive. That is 2 though. Okay.
I'm running out of essence.
I am. I don't have anything left. Okay. Let's go back up here and see what we can do about luring this guy into the traps. Might not be able to kill him while he's back here, but if we can bring him to where... Oh, didn't even see you there, buddy. None of them made it through the trap yet, right? No. Hey, giant. Let's go. As long as nobody makes it through the traps, I'm really okay. If they do, then I get worried. Okay. Just hit a diagonal. Let those go. Now they're kind of starting to get through here. We've got a giant buddy, and we want him to come have a nice talk with the traps over here. Come on, I know you're over here. Don't get bored. Keep following me. There we go. That's all we needed. Now you're within range. We can have some fun. A little bit of damage boost on the traps there. Poison this guy. Entropy boost. We got our chest keys. We're good. And no gate points or deaths were had. Okay, that said, we can probably boost these now. I do want to save a bit of essence, double everything up, because these guys are probably going nowhere fast now. Yep, rip to that guy. All right. So now we got to prepare for this side. Not actually as tough as it looks. I would recommend concentrating trap usage around here first, just because kind of where everything's going to be coming from. It's kind of expensive. Expensive isn't bad, but got a bit more invested here.
That's what I call a real killing field. I'm running out of essence.
Yeah, I can tell. All right, let's go ahead and get this going. This should be relatively easy due to the fact that these guys are concentrated around this enhancer beacon. They're all going to deal 50% more damage. And if you're able to boost them up by any other means, that gets even better. And so you'll see things get decimated over here quite easily. All right, that's the slow maxed out. This guy gets his damage boost. That's already damage boosted.
I'm running out of essence.
Oh no. Okay, they took care of it. I was kind of worried. This guy I probably should be present for though. If I do not have this built, he's kind of tough. Alright, so go ahead and boost those. And there we go. Okay, this guy is a giant. Best place for me to hit him is probably right here. He just has regen. Oh, he actually made it in. That sucks. Probably means I should have encountered him a bit sooner. Okay. I think we head over to the left and we build that up a bit more. No, that's a good idea to deal with the things that'll be coming from there.
That's what I call a real killing field. I'm running out of essence.
All right, let's get this done.
My ground.
This is the last wave. We can speed things back up. So I'm not too much worried about what's on the left here. I'm worried about where the boss is coming from and the enemies that'll be trying to fly here. I think with the Phoenix Towers, the Phoenix Pillars built up, we should be fine. But I also thought that this would have done a better job against that mini boss. But not enough upgrades. I don't want to stick and move. That allows you to keep your focus up. The dealing damage in an area actually helped out a bit there too. Okay, order of swarms coming. Let's go ahead and add this. And this, yes, this probably really isn't necessary. The extra slow should help.
Some more essence.
Actually, boom. And he should be done. Like a quick second. We need, whoa. Dang.
How do you like that?
I managed to get the boss killed, but I got overrun by the swarm because I wasn't expecting them to get summoned that quickly. Alright, we got an archer post. Alright, and upgrades for half the gear that we have. Go ahead and leave the map. Okay, so we got a increased resist all. So this is gonna lower our overall damage because our regular shots poison enemies. So the plus 38 damage on poison enemies is a boost for both our primary and our secondary attacks. I think I'll just scrap this. This is literally just an upgrade though, so that will happen. We can craft now, so we'll get rid of that. Ooh, this is an upgrade to poison damage skills. Okay, so not too bad. This is HP per hit. HP per hit would be nice if I had a decent pool, but having 1,000 HP isn't that much right now. So I can run through here for 3 more research points. I think I'm going to call it there for now though. Same as I did with the sorceress. We got actually a good set of equipment, a bunch of poison damage, plus 29 to poison skills, and some bonus poison damage on everything, which should be really nice here. 91 bonus poison damage for our weapon attacks, or for all attacks really, and some more armor, about a 15% reduction in damage, and a ton of fire resistance apparently. But yeah, I'll finish the 3-starring of that off camera just because I don't think you guys need to sit through that again. It's literally just me not being as reckless and being leveled up and having better equipment. I'll deal damage faster and kill guys quicker, so that will probably make the difference in that 3rd star. And then we'll work on like the next 4 maps or so in the next video. I'm not sure if the next one that comes out for you guys will be the sorceress or the marksman, but we'll get that going. And I guess with one of these characters we'll probably finish all 13 of the base maps that should be in the game, and we'll see about going into tier 2. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed this. Different play style with the Marksman, very much hit and run, rather than being able to sort of tank small groups of enemies like the sorceress, or tanking large groups of enemies like the mercenary and just beating everything in the face. But the playstyle will probably get a bit more solidified as we get into the skills above level 10, but those should be available in the next video. Either way, thanks as always for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying Deathtrap like I am so far, and you know, if not, feel free to offer up some recommendations of things that you'd like to see. Probably have some other stuff that will be coming out on the channel soon. There's a game that I was given a while ago that I do want to do a full playthrough of, just to see, you know, everything that it involves. And I think it would be perfectly fine to just go ahead and use that as sort of a break from all the tower defense stuff. You guys may or may not like that too, but we'll see when it starts going up. Either way, thanks again as always. Hope you guys have a great day and a wonderful week. And until next time, take care of yourselves and have a good one, folks.